Good morning. Before we begin, please be sure all cell phones are silenced. By the authorization of the Board of Trustees and the university faculty, I announce the 144th Commencement of Maryville University to be in session. Will the degree candidates and the guests please stand for the national anthem and the invocation?
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
Good morning. Famed professional tennis player Arthur Ashe wrote, "Success is a journey, not a destination. The doing is often more important than the outcome." We gather today to celebrate the success of our graduating students. We celebrate their journey as well as the outcome of their time spent at Maryville. We honor them for their many academic and co-curricular contributions to campus life. We also honor and give thanks for family and friends, parents and partners, siblings and spouses, teachers and tutors, coaches and colleagues, and all of those who have loved and supported our graduates on their journey toward success. You may be seated.
Good morning. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 144th commencement of Maryville University on what is a sunny and relatively dry day, thank God. Yes. There are some very special people with us today that are important to be recognized. And first and foremost are the families of today's graduates. The families assembled here today have walked this path with you. They've rejoiced with you. They've struggled and cried with you. And they've been with you every step. Graduates, please join me in thanking all of your families today. Another equally important group are our magnificent faculty who are seated here. Our faculty have taught and nurtured and coached and mentored along this incredible journey, and along with our dedicated staff, through their great effort and passion, have modeled education, have modeled commitment, and modeled what it truly means to be part of a civil society. So on behalf, graduates, please thank our faculty and staff. It's important to recognize in particular 6 faculty who are here today because they are retiring. And together, although they'll hate when I say this, they represent 200 years of outstanding service to Maryville University. That's 6 people, not 1. So let me recognize, and if you would stand, please, Alice Jensen, Professor of Nursing. Marianne Mercanti, Professor and Assistant Dean of the University Library. B.B. Nicolai, Assistant Professor of English and Associate Dean of Humanities. Linda Patelka, Professor of History and Coordinator of History, Political Science, and Director of Bascom Honors. And Dennis Wachtel, who could not be with us today, who's retiring as the Strake Professor of History. And finally, Jeannie McKee, the Dean of the University Library. Jeannie. "200 years. Amazing. With me on this platform is another group whose devotion and service to Maryville requires special mention. And those are the members of our Board of Trustees. These men and women give generously of their time, their talent, and their treasure for the advancement of Maryville University. Would the members of the Board of Trustees please stand and be recognized? And finally, today we have, I know, a number of our graduates and alums and family and friends who have actively served as members of the United States Armed Forces. These fine men and women have protected this country since December 7th, 1941. Please join me in saluting our nation's veterans here today. As is tradition here at Maryville, 2 of our outstanding students have been selected to speak to you this morning. The first, Kellie Freeman, receives her Bachelor of Science degree in biology from the College of Arts and Science. Kellie represents the traditional undergraduate day program students. And Renita Diaz receives her Master's of Business Administration degree from the John E. Simon School of Business, and she represents our non-traditional students. Kellie will speak first, and then Renita. Please enjoy.
Hello, my name is Kellie Freeman. I'm from Farmington, Missouri, and I am a Maryville saint. I knew that Maryville was the university for me from the first tour I had whenever I was a junior in high school. The daunting transition from small town to city life was eased by the comfort and care provided by the Maryville community. The tour I was given exemplified the essence of Maryville culture. Friendly students, faculty, and staff welcoming me with open arms on a simple hour visit. From that moment on, I knew that this institution would be my home away from home. Throughout my 4 years, I fully came to understand the term student-centered. Maryville strives to make every decision with students in mind. I like to use the metaphor of a pathway to prove this. Throughout high school and when looking at other colleges, I realized that typically a student is given a rigid schedule that is a straight path to graduation. This path is already created for you, where you simply take the thoughtless motions of stepping down it. Here, Maryville provides you with the resources, life coaches, the accessible faculty that are committed for their students to succeed, your supportive peers, and you're the architect of your path. You take head-on your rigorous academic program in hand and utilize these tools to piece together your map to graduation. Paths can lead to many places you never expected. I knew that I wanted to be an optometrist since I was 14 years old. My major is biology with a concentration in pre-optometry, thus creating the foundation to go on to medical school. While taking part in my academic program, I became a highly involved student. I immersed myself into all that Maryville had to offer, and by senior year, I was the president of the Campus Activities Board, lead coordinator for the first-year orientation program, a project coordinator for Community Service Club, a pack leader giving tours for admissions, and being an active member of multicultural organizations. This daily exchange with students transformed my career path. I realized that my passions lie in that avenue. I'm now moving forward in my education to get a master's in higher education and student affairs administration from Iowa State. From the moment I decided to make this change, I was supported by my peers, while faculty and staff ensured I was preparing myself to move forward into that profession. Maryville's support does not just stop with academics. Whenever I began filling out applications for graduate schools, I repeatedly answered the same question. Describe an experience that influenced your development in college, what you learned from that experience, and how you might use that lesson to support other students. My father passed away unexpectedly 2 years ago. This altered my life more than any other experience have and probably ever will. The backing from families and friends, that was expected. What was not expected was the outward extension of loving support from the Maryville community. I received a handwritten letter from the president, plants and stones sent from the Student Involvement Office, and endless verbal condolences. These actions impacted my collegiate career far more than words can ever describe. It made me realize that in my career, I will continually treat every student with respect. Presently, I make sure to retain a positive attitude and genuinely care, then actively listen to people whenever I ask how their day may be going. Learn about all people with acceptance and smile as you do it. My institution taught me that I'm not just a number in a system, but I'm a person with a story and emotions and a future with an unlimited amount of positive change that I can provide. By simply supporting your peers, you can change a person's life in more ways than you could ever expect. I stand firm in my belief that the unspoken lessons taught at this university are the most important to take on to life after commencement. So, do not lose your Maryville spirit as you move on to life outside of the Maryville bubble. Continually smile to every stranger as you pass. Hold doors open for everyone you meet, and exemplify the one team, one family mentality through your actions at work, home, and social circles. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and let your courage and curiosity that you have cultivated throughout your undergraduate career guide you to places you never knew possible before. Whether it be 10 years from now or 50, there will be those everlasting relationships that were formed the first day of orientation to last throughout the years. We all have a common bond now for the rest of our lives, being this institution. Maryville reminds us that we're all in this journey together, and that you are a unique individual whom exemplifies what it means to be a saint. So, always remember that at Maryville, there are many connections, but only one you. So take the time you've had here to go out into the world and be the absolute best you that you can be. Thank you.
President Lombardi, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished administrators and faculty, academic staff, guests, and my dear fellow graduates, a very pleasant morning to you. The opportunity to stand here in front of you this morning on behalf of the class of 2017 is truly what I call a miracle. A miracle for a girl who grew up in a really small town in India where the only mode of transportation was a cycle rickshaw. As I reflect on my childhood days, I clearly remember days of water shortage in our town, where as a young girl, I had to struggle my way through a large crowd in quest to get one bucket of water from the municipality water truck. To me, attaining a university degree from an institution in a foreign land was like dreaming an impossible dream. As I reflect upon my life's journey, I feel fortunate to have parents that gave me an opportunity to move out of this little town to seek a future for myself. At age 15, I left my home and traveled 3 days by train to get to a bigger city in India in an effort to pursue a college degree. After completing a bachelor's degree, I voluntarily decided to place my aspirations of higher education on hold to relieve my parents of the financial burden they had to bear with my college tuition and lodging. So, I decided to move to India's capital city, New Delhi, in search of a job and a career. As I moved to New Delhi, my father generously gave me 5,000 rupees, which is about $80 US, to assist me with the expenses with my move. He advised me, if I didn't find a job, not to worry, return home and things would be okay. The busyness and uncertainty of being a single woman in a new big city helped craft an attitude of persistence, resilience, and hard work. My perseverance enabled me to be employed by 2 multinational companies in Delhi, which were headquartered in the US. The experience at each of these organizations gave me an exposure to the American culture, the corporate world, and a desire to further my education in business administration. After getting married in 2007, I moved to this great nation on February 7th, 2008. On my entry into the US, at the US immigration counter, the immigration officer, with a stern expression, said to me, "Let's go for a walk." That moment filled me with fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. They often say, people only remember the first and forget the rest. But I believe that my initial feeling of uncertainty was short-lived. I have never felt as welcomed, comfortable, and safe as I have felt being in this country. From my neighborhood in Baldwin to my interactions with the faculty and my classmates in the MBA program at Maryville, I have always been accepted and respected. Maryville University gave me the opportunity to fulfill my desire of pursuing a master's degree that I had placed on hold 14 years ago. I feel blessed to have chosen an institution where diversity is welcomed and embraced and is encouraged in a way where each individual's contribution is seen as an enrichment of knowledge. I hope that the experiences each of us have gained through our tenure at Maryville empowers us to embrace others in an effort to improve the social and business community in which we serve. The outstanding faculty at Maryville teach by bringing together their theoretical with the practical and continually demonstrate a desire to learn and achieve their optimal growth. Our education at this institution has challenged us to never stop learning, unlearning, and relearning, which bequeaths in us to be confident risk takers and innovative thinkers. Our paramount contribution will be our ability to advance ourselves, not by personal accomplishments, but rather by assisting those that may not have similar opportunities and advantages. Today, as we celebrate our hard work, dedication, and persistence, we would like to acknowledge the support of our family and friends in achieving this degree. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my husband, Conrad, and our two beautiful boys, Aiden and Evan, who have been my pillars of support. Now, as each of us embark on a new phase of our lives, let us hold fast to the words of Albert Einstein. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Kellie and Renita, for sharing your Maryville story with us.
Dr. Lombardi, the Board of Trustees of Maryville University hereby authorizes the conferral of the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters upon Senator Bill Bradley.
Senator Bradley, would you join us at the podium, please? For your diverse and admirable roles as a scholar, athlete, Olympian, legislator, lecturer, and author. For earning a Bachelor of Arts degree in American History from Princeton University and a Master of Arts degree from Oxford University as a Rhodes Scholar. For being a proud native of Crystal City, Missouri, in suburban St. Louis, where you excelled academically and became a two-time All-American with the Crystal City Hornets. That's right. For your distinguished college basketball career as a forward at Princeton, leading your team to 3 straight Ivy League titles, and where you still hold multiple records, including the most points scored in an NCAA tournament game, 58 points. Look it up. For competing in the 1964 Summer Olympics as team captain and bringing home a gold medal in men's basketball. For your legacy of success with the New York Knicks, helping them win 2 NBA championships. Yes, the New York Knicks did win NBA championships. And for being elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame. For serving your country in the United States Air Force Reserve. For your service as Democratic Senator from New Jersey for 18 years, championing domestic policy issues of tax reform, children's health, campaign finance reform, and deficit reduction, among many others. For authoring 7 books on American politics, culture, and economy, including your most recent work, We Can All Do Better. For receiving the Distinguished Eagle Scout Award, an honor reserved for those who have earned the Eagle Scout rank for at least 25 years previously, and having a strong record of volunteer service and having received extraordinary national-level recognition and fame within their field. For serving as Managing Director of the investment bank Allen & Company, and for your prior role as Chief Outside Advisor for the nonprofit practice of McKinsey & Company, and for shining a spotlight on remarkable individuals, both known and unknown, as the longtime host of American Voices on Sirius XM Radio, and for your current and past service on numerous corporate and not-for-profit boards, for your continuing insight and influence to address the important decisions and issues of the day in the public discourse and to do it with great civility, for your leadership and excellence as a public servant, role model, advisor, speaker, facilitator, and mentor. Maryville University is honored to confer upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Bill Bradley.
I want to try to touch all bases today and show sufficient respect for everybody here and acknowledge all the individuals who make up the Maryville community. In doing so, I'm going to borrow partly from Gary Trudeau and shamelessly. So let me begin by acknowledging President Lombardi, President Boudreau, the Board of Trustees, Vice President Finch, members of the faculty, deans of the schools, parents of the class of 2016, students of the class of 2016, distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, board members of the trustees, denizens of St. Charles, denizens of the night, denizens of St. Charles and St. Louis County, people of class, classy people, people of color, colorful people, people of height, the vertically constrained, people of hair, the differently coiffed, the optically challenged, the temporarily sighted, the insightful, the out of sight, the out-of-towners, the Afrocentrics, the Eurocentrics, the Eurocentrics with Eurail passes, the eccentrically inclined, the sexually disinclined, people of sex, sexy people, earth people, animal companions, friends of the earth, friends of the boss, the temporarily employed, the differently employed, the differently optioned, people with options, people with stock options, the divestiturists, the deconstructionists, the home constructionists, the homeless, the temporarily housed at home, and God save his parents, the permanently housed at home. Good morning. When the only grandfather that I ever knew came to this country from Germany, he went to work in a glass factory 40 miles south of here in Crystal City, Missouri. And he worked very hard. And after work, he lived for three things. The first thing he lived for was to go to the public library, check out two Western novels. Zane Grey was his favorite, which he'd read every week and reread. And the second thing that he lived for was to sit on his front porch with a bottle of Budweiser and listen on the radio to his real love, the St. Louis Cardinals. And the third thing that he lived for was to tell his grandson, me, what America meant to him. And he said America was great. And it was great because it was free and because people seemed to care about each other. Those two, freedom and caring, are for me the inseparable halves of what it means to be an American. Indeed, I believe the biggest and most difficult challenge posed to a citizen in a democracy is to ask yourself what you owe another human being simply because that person is a human being. Former Librarian of Congress and historian James Billington has written the following: "We are a fallible species on a fragile planet, living at the intersection between the natural and supernatural, forever seeking mastery, yet always confronting mystery." In such a situation, we need all the guidebooks that we can get. That's why having true conviction doesn't require you to be a true believer. And why remaining open to learn from somebody else's truth expands your own horizon. My life has taught me that I do owe another human being, and I owe that person more than charitable contributions or my taxes, and I felt I owed them a part of my life, and that's why I spent 20 years in politics. But I'm not saying today that each of you should go into politics, far from it. But over your lifetime, you have to decide what you owe another human being, simply because that human being is a human being, a stranger. And you might ask, well, how do I do that? Who do I help? Where do I go? Emma Bonbeck told a story one time about a career woman, very successful, decided she had enough of making money and wanted to give back, would give something back. And she asked those same questions of herself. How? Who? Where? And in her puzzling, she wrote a letter to Mother Teresa in Calcutta and offered to come and volunteer and ask advice that maybe Mother Teresa could give her about what she should do. Weeks passed, no answer. A month or so, no answer. And finally a letter came. And she opened it. It was from Mother Teresa, and there was one sentence. It was, "Thank you for your offer, but find your own Calcutta." So I say to each of you, find your own Calcutta. It's around you every day. It's around you every day. Even in our great economy and richest nation and flourishing democracy, it's around you if you'll just look. In overcrowded classrooms of our public schools, where an extra pair of hands would make a world of difference. In the yearning of boys and girls desperately seeking models and mentors. In the need of more and better child care for the most vulnerable in our society. In the loneliness that many of our elderly often experience. In the continuing racial division in our country. And in the confusion and pain in the eyes of those who've lost their jobs and health care because of technology and can't get an equivalent job and have dropped out and often addicted to opioids with family relationships disintegrating. Calcuttas are all around you if you'll just look. In America, we have a burgeoning information technology and burgeoning information economy. which brings more wealth and productivity every day. And that's good. But it's important to remember that the internet or the social networks can't mentor a child, serve as a surrogate parent, read to the elderly, nurse the sick, transport the disabled, start a dance group, a computer class, a little league team, a poetry reading group. And these are needs that are only going to be met by another person in someone's life. Putting a computer in every classroom is meaningless if students can't read or write, or if teachers don't realize that information is not knowledge and knowledge is not culture. Technology alone will never solve our human problems. Only people will. Even the internet increasingly depends on trust. So the challenge for our society going forward is figuring out how to take this vast productivity bonus that's coming through artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, genetic engineering, and others, and use it to deal with our social problems. At the same time, we give initiative its reward and keep the economy growing. You know, I've been on the road in America for 50 years as a basketball player, a senator, a writer, a speaker, a business person. And over those 50 years, there's been one continuum through all of that travel. It's been going out and asking strangers to tell me stories about their lives, and they often do. And for the last 13 years, I've had a program on Sirius XM radio called American Voices, in which I try to let listeners hear the kind of stories that I heard on the road for 50 years, from people telling them about their lives. And the stories boil down into two types. One is stories about people who have unusual jobs. You know, a public health nurse in the Aleutian Islands, a groundskeeper at Fenway Park in Boston, a person that washes skyscraper windows in New York City. And those stories are all about the dignity of work. That it doesn't make a difference what you do if you love what you do. The late Tim Russell's father, the great Meet the Press host, his father was a garbage man in Buffalo, New York, but he said his father always said, "I'm the best garbage man that's ever come through Buffalo." So the first stories are about the dignity of work and respect for people who do things differently than you do. The second group of stories are about people who are doing something selfless in their community. Like the guy that shined shoes in the Pittsburgh Children's Hospital for 46 years. And out of every tip he got, he put a portion of that tip into a fund to pay for poor kids' health care. And the day I interviewed him, he put over $100,000 into that fund. That's what I used to call, when I was running for president many years ago, as the goodness of the American people. And I do think that we are a good people, and that there's goodness in most of us if we'll simply look for it and see it. And once you've seen the goodness in your neighbor, there's a connection. And the connection makes you feel less lonely, less fearful, less isolated. And the combination of all those connections reflect our collective wisdom, our collective power, yes, our untapped potential. Every time I see someone who can see beneath skin color or eye shape to the individual, I think all of us could be that good. Every time I see one of our companies innovate and change the future, I think more of our companies could be that good. And anytime I see someone in a community give to another person without expectation of return, I think more of us, more often, could be that good. The great civil rights leader, Ella Baker, once said, "What's important is not just to learn how to make a living, but how to make a life." And as you launch your own journeys with this graduation and go your ways, whether you're 21 and just starting out or 31 and starting again, I envy you for the things that you'll see and know that my generation never dreamed of. But I hope your dreams go beyond personal ambition and the accumulation of material goods. I want you to have a bigger ambition, an ambition that drives you to excel for the sake of excellence, not vanity. An ambition that puts you in tune with nature's harmony. An ambition that forces you to decide what's right as much as what pays. An ambition that disciplines desires in order to meet needs. In short, an ambition for you as a citizen. As a citizen who sees his or her own well-being tied to the well-being of your community, and believes that in the end what matters is how you treat your neighbor. Nothing is more fulfilling than that. Nothing is more necessary to solve our country's problems today than that. And finally, nothing is more essential for each of you to realize your own humanity. Thank you.
I want to thank Senator Bradley for being here today and for his insightful and timely remarks in our current age. Now, as president of Maryville University, it is my privilege to stand before this class of 2017 and offer a very few comments. I know you're all anxious to walk across this stage, receive your accolades, and retreat with friends and family to enjoy the moment, so I promise brevity. Just a few things to think about. According to the most recent research, in the coming years, everyone in this room will have at least 5 careers, and probably more. At least 30% of you will live to be 100. 3 of you sitting there are going to live to be 120, and I can assure you that our Office of Alumni Affairs will be with you every step of the way. A fair number of your children, certainly your grandchildren, will travel to the moon. Most of you in this room are going to forget how to drive a car because you won't have to anymore. Cancer and heart disease will largely be eradicated by 2050. Yes. Fusion power will put you within reach of virtually anywhere on the planet within 3 hours. And augmented and virtual reality will replace most mobile technologies, and it will become more addictive than any drug. And this is the most important part. Thanks to the outstanding and wonderful work of our faculty, and to you, the skills and talents that you've developed here, you're going to be ready to embrace all of those changes. You're going to be ready to adapt to this magnificent and changing and dynamic world. And you're going to be able to shape it. You're going to be able to organize it. You're going to be able to make it what Senator Bradley was referring to as a place that truly is a just and civil society. And finally, let me just say to you a few words that have always sustained me through dark times and difficult situations. The only person in this world that you ever have to impress is yourself, but you have to do that every day. So to the class of 2017, congratulations, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Dr. Lombardi, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates here assembled who have been or will be qualified by the deans and faculties of the colleges and schools of Maryville University for their appropriate degrees in 2016-2017. Dr. Nina Caldwell, Vice President for Student Life, and Dr. Stephanie Elfrink, Executive Director of the Student Service Center, will assist in the diploma cover distribution. I would now like to call upon the academic deans who will announce the candidates who were present at today's ceremony. I would ask the faculty and friends to please hold applause until each individual college or school has been completed.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward? The Bachelor of Arts degree. Allison Rail. Alyssa N. Sullivan. Joshua C. Biner. Catherine Strawhun. Joshua J. Fulmer. Amy Ferguson. Rachel K. Gagliardi. Alina Francis. Veronica F. O'Neill. Takira M. Dancy. Laura Hinson. Brett Anthony Cardell. Danielle R. Amos. Andrew J. Beckerman. Nice. Ryan Jacob Serrano. Jonathan T. Tock. Robert M. Parkinson. Stephen A. Schuckart II. Abigail E. Darnell. Jenny L. Nulligan. Lauren Anne Marie Hawk. Amber N. Pogue. Ellie L. Rep. Megan M. Biscan. Ashley N. Marks. Casey A. Ward. Adrian Jackson. Lydia A. McCurran. Margaret E. Cromian. Bethany Jean Jansen. Rebecca A. Fendler. Tessa M. Pennick. Brianna L. Swindle. Melissa J. Hugno. Laura K. Lipinski. Marion Frances Richter. Jacqueline Lynette Towson. Abdullah M. Almuraka. Macy R. Thomas. Cameron N. Bradley. Austin J. Bradley. Jacqueline M. Turbrock. Natalie J. Litwicki. Allison S. Greenlee. Rachel A. Rooney. Katie Blue. Shannon Kohlhoff. Elliot P. Glazer. Cynthia A. Young. Christine Noel Morris. Julia M. DeGeis. William Z. Hardrick Jr. Rachel L. Huck. Madeline Thompson. Natalie Corinne Crawford. Rebecca Lee Jacquin. Catherine C. Mann. Danielle Rose Koch. Jordan Dolores Coker. Brian Dufresne. Henry M. Wind. Christopher K. Bass. Evan Conrad Asher. Andrew Michael Manziera. Sydney P. Long. Shonda Turner. Melinda Marie Kuhn. Anthony M. Johnson. Shameen Awan. Renda M. Abused. Laura E. Schechter. Rita M. Allen. Jonathan Raymond Gray. Megan R. Dunlap. Shaniri Turner. The Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. Taylor Christina Deed. Myron Robert McGee. Tracy L. Stevner. Jenna M. Endress, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts from the College of Arts and Sciences. Tyson D. Baker. Alyssa Lee Palladino. Stevie Holdinghausen. Monica Jo Lazalier. Shelby D. Bierman. Carrie E. Lee. Megan L. Puentes. Kevin A. Menendez. Trevor W. Jones. Brett Allen Nunnally. Katherine Hugh Lamb. Anna Lee Mataki. Albert J. Faust. Alexandra L. Fallert. Laura Beth Davey. Emily A. Wilhelm. Better Aldamic. Curtis Lung. Emily G. Rusky. Suzanne M. Gilly. Kendall S. Hambrook. Deanna Yen Chang. The Bachelor of Science degree. Kaylee A. Johns. Jaden S. Bentley. Michaela N. Allwert. Madeline F. Scrivener. Connor L. Haas. Cody D. Vogt. Isabel D. Long. Nate A. Rodriguez. Emily D. Butris. Kaylee S. Weber. Callie S. Weber. Scott F. Albach. Tara L. Esmiel. Liseth E. Borja Rojas. Andrea Hinkabine. Danielle N. Kos. Caleb D. Culver. Zachary M. Marzieski. Adam M. Rourke. Melanie A. Self. Hadiya Farouk. Dua Kuziz. Trevor J. Jost. Natalie K. Hurada. Bradley Pates. William C. Gum. Benjamin W. Schutzbach. Mitchell S. Viluwald. Kellie E. Freeman. Katie Marie Penicky. Nathan R. Vorel. Ryan M. Mixon. Kristen M. Hopper. Jamie S. Valentine. Olivia M. Shannon. Emily D. Shipley, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts from the College of Arts and Sciences. Matthew E. Murphy. Adam P. Wilson. Timothy S. Burton. Davy Gia. Y. Ting Kenneth Lamb. Grant E. Manley. Neil R. Shukla. Jackson P. Lane. Alexis S. Haas. Nathaniel J. Steffler. Travis John Patak. Cassandra Angelique Lafitte. Marianne Joy de la Cruz Liano. Alina I. Opaliva. Puck Vlaskamp. Brett M. Griggs. Courtney Michelle Collings. Lauren M. Weiss. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts from the School of, a Bachelor of Science from the School of Business. Yi Ru. Morgan K. Woodard. Abigail C. Pank. Cheyenne M. Barton. Blake Alexander Brinkley. Austin Moore. Ryan M. Kress. Vincenzo F. Fabrizio. Robert G. Wooten. Kaylee A. Staley. Kayla. Jennifer E. Jaros. Adnan Hadzik. Faisal M. Al-Shrif. Eileen Marie Wolk. Catherine Lee Phillips. Teresa Anne-Marie Ennis. Priscilla Y. Martinez. Brittany D. Huey. Miranda Marie Valeroy. the Bachelor of Clinical Laboratory Science degree. Chelsea M. Hannikin. Sabina Softik. Mary Dean Gustafson. Will the candidates for master's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward? The Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership and Development. Yaqub Alfifi. Virginia R. Tardy. Shayna D. Adams. Maggie M. Farrell. Matthew J. Mormon. Ashley Newsbaum. Brandon I. Oshiro. The Master of Arts in Strategic Communication and Leadership. Samantha Lynn Martin. Macy L. Ohlendorf. Janine P. Brownridge. Teresa J. Olson. Lakeisha Cherie Thomas. Haneen Abdullah Aljani. Amani A. Mansour. Ahmed K. Asulami. Ali Saeed Al-Zurani. Coral A. Christopher. George Ivanov. The Master of Science in Actuarial Science. William Kyle Brost. Corey S. Reinig. The Master of Science in Applied Statistics and Data Analytics. Michael J. Mitchell. Will all of the candidates for degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please rise and receive our recognition?
Will the candidates for the degree in the Bachelor of Science degrees in the John E. Simon School of Business please come forward? Andrew Overmeyer. Nicholas Bradford. Dari Jones. Kathleen Leahy. James Lycanova. Jenna Miller. Virginia Marie Thomas. Darren Christopher Koff. Alex John Bennett. Davin Zatorsky. Austin R. Sanders. Justin A. Birchfeld. Evan M. Grossman. Kevin G. Potacek. Alex Herr. Matthew Semo. Kyle Schaffer. Ethan Grossman. Brian Collier. Desmond Eugene Edmonds. Shaylee Nicole Rivers. Charlie, excuse me. Kelly D. Bolhofer. Priscilla Osi Doncor. Meyer Hamid Alamahi. Sodan Adi Habari. Joseph P. Barkowski. Turkesi Bahi. Tamer S. Al-Mahodi. Allison Marie Sahab. Amber Nicole Pace. Christina M. Schaffer. Zoe E. Higgins. Lacey Norman. Lauren Shank. Jessica Emily Hedrick. Maria Hartz. Nathan J. Thomas. Kevin J. Donahue. Jeremy E. Busby. Connor Cook. Alexa Ianova. Kelsey Alexa Jean Eversmeyer. Brian Brinkley. Taymor Kahan. Justin Wilson. Charles T. Smith III. Elonda L. Gatewood. Alyssa E. Hillary. Thomas M. Everett. Amanda Joy Kennedy. Sarah E. Kennedy. Carrie A. Watts. Allison B. Hines. Henry A. Walters. Michael Bromfeld. Brian E. Williams. Jason T. Palmer. Parker J. Williams. Madison M. Wirtz. Jennifer L. Adams. Carly R. Willman. Kelly Christine Nutzel. Grace A. Becker. Allison Nicole Hall. Ashley Nicole Hall. Margaret Mary Van Cleve. Nika M. Bazetta. Ryan C. Bikey. My man. Nick J. Emo. Joseph John Calabro Jr. Tyler G. Holzhoff. Aaron Nicholas Brittner. Samir W. Khalil. Thomas D. Blick. Andrew D. Meyer. Brittany Nicole Gibson. Anna E. Shelsley. Claire L. Anglo. Grace E. Bauserek. Ali L. Liberta. Christopher R. Niemnick. Kimmy G. Azarula. Deborah A. Metlock. Kaylee T. Ward. Abby L. Rogers. Connor Chance Reuter. Nicole M. Nardi. Abigail C. Barnhart. Nicole M. Taylor. Sydney L. Haleen. Heather M. Rommel. Ryan Van Valkenburg. Kevin A. Boss. Mitchell M. Carringer. Clayton M. Luley. Troy D. Payton. Julian M. Langford. Alexandra M. Wolf. Carly Nicole Freyla. Justin M. Werzer. Matthew M. Alabone. Gregory Scott Haggerty. Travis P. Lang. Ryan D. Belts. Damon D. Storino. Amid T. Salim. Adrian R. Duval. Deborah Renee Luth. Saeed Mohammed Agamdi. Abdullah Omar Oppenham. Emin Strebajonic. Mazi S. Aharbi. Muhammad Abdullah Zamaha. Muhammad Alba Ahalis. Ali Makbul Al-Mahabul. Muhammad Atan Akil. Ahmad Ahan Akil. Thank you. Will the candidates for the master's degrees in the John E. Simon School of Business please come forward? The Masters in Business Administration. Renetta Diaz. Lisa M. Mitchell. Erica S. Brown. Trang Nak Hunchman. Nazanin Sultana. Leslie A. Cassell. Anne Marie Lindsley. Dewana L. Fugate. Janine D. Page. Sydney Sullivan. Susan Michelle Luksha. Tori R. Vaughn. Deona N. Whitfield. Kelsley Costello. Michael A. Boyle. Laura Allison Zambrana. Cheryl Courtney Estanik. Maxwell J. Mitzkulnik. Connor J. Pullman. Marcine Pasternak. Philip C. Thompson. Adam Mark Carrier. Ramaha Remareddy. Andrew C. Stevens. Devin Matthew Lowe. Abel Duro. Asmir Salihovich. Stephen William Waldron. Royal Lamar Witcher Jr. Patricia A. Hull. Thomas J. Bumford. Smeet P. Merchant. Tiffany Golwitzer. The Master of Science in Cybersecurity. Ashley J. Bergman. Will all of the candidates for the degrees in the Johnny Simon School of Business please receive our recognition?
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degrees in the School of Education please come forward? Jonah S. Boyd. Ellen Marie Sacco. Cassandra M. Allen. Tamira Lynn Davis. Robin Brown. Kathleen M. Ryan. Nicole C. Bax. Mickey Taylor Brinkman. Kelly C. Wilkins. Nicole L. Etchison. Brittany Lauren Guevara. Monica Lee Shearer. Emily E. Pitty. Kathleen M. Eberhard. Catherine M. Eberhard. Christine Elizabeth Bellman. Aaron S. Weiss. Carly M. Brown. Bethany A. Bozay. Sarah E. Bozay. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Education degrees in the School of Education please come forward? Riham Al-Sultan. Linda Susan Matthew. Shanga M. Bay. Anne Ingle Cummings. Danielle E. Ard. Elissa Drymeyer. Lisa M. Campbell. Jessica M. Walker. Christina L. Platts. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Education in the School of Education please come forward? Kimberly Ragsdale. Jennifer S. Deacon Buchek. And now will all the candidates for the degrees in the School of Education please receive our recognition.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees in the Myrtle E. and Earl E. Walker College of Health Professions please come forward? The Bachelor of Science degree. Ronnie Lee Martz. Jillian M. Johnston. Nicholas W. Dietrich. Tyler M. Urich. Christopher J. Dietrich. Cody B. Bird. Addison Page Longaman. Keegan R. Albright. Ryan J. O'Rear. Megan M. McFarland. Emily A. Bachman. Malina C. Kraft. Kelsey Cunningham. Lul Abdulaziz Mohammed. Sorry. Noor Z. Masri. Andrew Reed. John E. Sandman. Hayden T. Klockengay. Sinad Senabanovich. Michael E. Essner. Elaine Suzanne Gribler. Sarah Ray Gerdes. Caitlin N. Albers. Catherine G. Dodge. Jessica L. Hare. Alicia Marie Veliquez. Seidel Mera Takman. Samantha R. Garza. Joseph P. Kantz. Melanie A. Hurt. Samantha Gatch. Emily A. Cody. Peyton Lee Wunderlich. Rachel C. Dirkholz. Alexis M. Arnold. Catherine L. Haas. Curtis Smith. Anthony J. Herdig. Megan Elizabeth Sanders. Rachel Nicole Patrick. Michelle Diana Ray. Carissa Ann Reed. Sierra N. Book. Kelsey M. Crabtree. Sarah M. Kistenmacher. Deidre M. Fleeg. Robin Marie Miraz. Rose Angela Rotter. Morgan Marie Livensay. Molly M. Lyles. Kayla L. Luna. Kayla M. Hawk. Jessica M. Willis. Okay. The Bachelor of Science in Music Therapy degree. Ashlyn A. Mosby. Jessica M. Wellman. Jessica Lynn Lahaski. Colleen M. Haviland. Jocelyn R. Wolf. Marie K. Pasaglia. Betsy N. Alferman. Emily K. Heinz. Brian T. Bolin. Rachel M. Bishop. Karen J. Ross. Okay. Will the candidates for the master's degree in the Myrtle E. and Earl E. Walker College of Health Professions please come forward? Jamie L. Ham. Catherine A. Brunson. Miranda Cardinale. Jessica D. Talo. Danielle N. Barnes. Lakeisha D. Wilson. Marie Conchetta Vella. Clarissa F. Grayson. The Masters of Music Therapy. Stephanie L. Holly. Sarah Haley Schulman. The Masters of Arts in Rehabilitation Counseling, Ashley Milne. Occupational Therapy. The Master of Occupational Therapy, Brittany Danielle Sanders. Kelsey E. Reeds. Julia C. Scolarici. Justine A. Eckhoff. David A. Ring. Rachel E. Kobayashi. Kayla DeVell Massey. Chelsea Marie Colangelo. Kayla L. Bain. Emma Rose Gregg. Julia Maureen O'Brien. Marissa L. Bonney. Nadia A. Dawood. Shannon Foley. Katie R. Niemerg. Sarah K. Pollock. Amy Lynn Ennis. Amanda E. Lappy. Tori Ann Hentis. Trisha M. Korkermeyer. Lindsay M. Schweppe. Elizabeth J. Heisey. Elena M. Steinbecker. Megan J. Tatich. Catherine Rose Wecky. Allison M. Hill. Tara S. Bruns. Cassandra M. Bumbach. Chelsea Renee Tomey. Anna M. Gimbarda. Kevin A. Wigley. Trisha M. Huxell. Mary B. Jones. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree in the Catherine McCauley School of Nursing please come forward? Nicole R. Zimmerman. April D. Willis. Teresa A. Vaughn. Kelly M. Dover. Ashley Denny. Lauren N. Mayer. Dana L. Whalen. Christine L. Saucedo. Jennifer L. Niesler. Samantha R. Elledge. Kimberly Labarge. Bobby L. Darling. Sarah Diane Dillard. Dylan K. Leonard. Karen S. McCrory. Alawa J. Halapi. Do you want Raymond? Raymond? Or you want Peg? Rena Raymond. Sarah E. Denny. Kyle P. Philipput. Caitlin R. Moore. Brianna R. Gardner. Carrie Bernice Weigman. Cassandra Ray Emerson. Lauren Y. Ox. Alexandra R. Stilinovic. Melissa A. O'Gorman. Madison L. Biesink. Carissa J. McInnes Fox. Margaret O'Connell. Rachel L. Merlo. Diana Elizabeth Lowe. Courtney E. Colonna. Katie Elaine Smith. Katie E. Lanneman. Ashley N. Chrisman. Tiffany Dawn Beckman. Kelsey A. Mansfield. Shannon Michelle Leftridge. Devin M. Little. Andrea T. Bubenik. Kelsey L. Bruns. Jessica L. Suter. Rachel L. Reiniger. Tiffany B. Sellers. Jenna N. Regal. Katie Lynn Stein. Kelly K. Riley. Morgan S. Mentz. Alexandra M. Jones. Jessica Renee Fleming. Jessica Morgan Rumbach. Reagan N. Kahneman. Angelo T. Laval. Philip C. Tomaser. Frank J. Bauer. Alexis M. Bailey. Jesse W. Spangler. Kendra A. Haycrest. Courtney L. Metz. Morgan A. LaFleur. Alexa C. Hennessy. Nicole Marie Griesaber. Ashley C. Dido. Jessica M. Donnelly. Allison R. Premsey. Sarah M. Mueller. Miranda N. Knight. Nicole L. Pychek. Brianna L. Haskins. Natalie E. Niehoff. Kristen A. Golden. Nadia E. Abudale. Kayla A. Torrey. Danielle M. Schmitz. Rachel W. Wieshaven. Savannah Ray Moore. Emily R. Altmiller. Paige M. Verrill. Abby D. Lubers. Elise Holenkamp. Kelsey A. Nohoff. Brittany J. Bagby. Laura B. Rosler. Madeline K. Moriton. Danielle A. Dusing. Brittany A. Birdsell, Morgan E. Schumer, Emily L. Seedhoff, Chad J. Mancuso, Condi Halloran, Mary E. Nonheim, Michelle R. Odenbright. Can't need a break. Oops. Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Nursing degree in the Catherine Macaulay School of Nursing please come forward? Deandra Escoffe, Jennifer Marie Irazi de Cook, Jordan P. Griffith, Mia R. Singh, Portia L. Price, Sarah Marie Dodson, Lisa A. Hutchings, Vanessa Gale Lee, Juliana N. Ugabwe, Megan E. Morris, Catherine R. Finder, Lindsay Dawn Heller, Stephanie N. Fawcett, Robin J. Farmer, Kimberly G. Baker, Tara L. Schultz, Kathy L. Wers, David Clay McIntyre, Kanan L. Blakemore, Catherine G. Blakemore, Kimberly M. Hedrick, Amy Michelle Linz, Evelyn R. Majachani, Rebecca Lindsay Lewis, Karen Elizabeth Yeager, Christina Corinne Kirkendall, Molly Ray Jakewies, Jennifer A. Vio, Ryan Easton Schmidt, Jessica M. Crocker, Andrew P. Dickerson, Danielle Kirsten Roberts, Orion C. Turner, Tiffany Ann Greenwood, Ashley Jo Riddle, Lillian Ann Ike, Raymond T. Ta, Brittany Noel Baskewitz, Tamara L. Archambo, Lugashi Turner, Daniel P. Welch, Casey J. Smith, Lauren May Smith, Gabriela Lopez, Shauna K. Harney, Yolanda A. Suber. Loanne K. Larson. Kelsey D. Beasley. Sarah Elizabeth Camp. Shanielle L. Black. Robert Camptillo. Amanda C. Prater. Alicia Gaddy. Abby E. Sterrett. Tiffany A. Smith. Teresa J. Dorman. Lauren M. Finnerty. Ashley M. Gomez. Christopher Ryan Oralo. Emily M. Cottrell. Mary Beth Barkham. Charles B. Sabanez. Leah W. Wangu. Dawn M. James. Jennifer Clark. Gerthe Cyprus Pierre. Margaret A. LaQuesta. Amy L. Carrington Fritz. Christine O'Laughlin. Gail M. Schlogel. Jill Elisa Phillips. Jennifer Desmond. Tom N. Tron. Alice Bowen. Kelsey Marie Kenneman. Abby J. Vierek. Tanya L. Succio Knox. Sue White. Christy A. McClary. Tanya R. Herbst. Elizabeth S. Tolley. Randy Lee Berg. Grace L. Tucker. Sheila Marie Bauer. Elizabeth Lauren Wall. Tamara J. Bailey. Emily R. Specker. Rebecca S. Gaby. Amanda Michelle Baldwin. Jennifer M. Phillips. Faranaz Jiwani. Leah D. Heyman. Aisha Sams. Izzy Kuntz. Matrisha A. Yates. Angela K. McDonald. Donna M. Biggs. Rachel Ott. Ashley K. Frederick. Caitlin M. Werner. Elizabeth Ann Weiner. Sarah Michelle Ludwig. Stephanie L. Lawler. Rebecca Holabaugh. Whitney D. Feitner. Brandy G. Bolin. Shelby J. Bailey. Michelle Christine Brown. Brittany Mickle. Lindy Bellador. Brittany L. Lewis. Jill S. Welburn. Jennifer J. Stevens. Deborah Tyree Stafford. Abigail Christina L. Lenoris. Jason S. Rogaldo. Edna R. Hedrick. Eunice Rosalind Kogo. Sharita J. Saint. Nina G. Herring. Charity M. Huff. Marissa Lang. Juvelin D. Guzman. Manuel D. Mandek. Redora D. Makadipi. Glenda A. Solano. Olivia M. Hopkins. Danielle M. Cooper. Jennifer L. Black. Jennifer A. Staggs. Elena L. Tamares. Amanda M. Nystrom. Must have got hungry. Corey Wayne Henry. Jasmine Mason. Catherine E. Skinner. Derek W. Fowler. Christine Marie Holer. Helen Elena Osamabluche Emegabaha. Kyla Lynn Musser. Lori Bloom Orris. Milton Kevin Omandi. Cassandra Albrecht. Elizabeth M. Vosenkemper. Macy Jean Clark. Autumn Down Mercer. Josner Joseph. Yolette Antoine Romulus. Brittany M. Petering. Jessica R. Britt. Lisa W. Engel. Brittany Nicole Helms. Elena L. Mayplaza. Jennifer J. Becker. Lacey L. Jose. Desiree L. Steinberg. Timothy A. Harper. Kimberly L. Campbell. Cynthia S. Anthony's. Ofanime Okun Nieclear. Sarah Jean Davis. Tammy L. Weeks. Valencia S. Henderson. Shamba Hasende. German Longoria. Angelica C. Castillo. Sidratu Bundu. Masayo Chure. Molly K. Williams. Amanda K. Lynn Brown. Tracy E. Lane. I don't even know my own name. Linda Virgilio Ponick. Elena Marie France. Bairat A. Shasi. Jeff M. Ditter. Kelsey L. Elkins. Wendy May Brick. Jamie Ray Smith. Stacy A. Barajas. Yorval Gardner. Miranda L. Ferguson. Bridget Elise Dorr. Cyril C. Onyamachi. Nicole Humphrey. Terry Nicole Dampier. Tayunda Cates. Brittany S. Burks. Manisha Shiresta. Faramide O. Aruranga. Rachel Nicole Ramos. Molly H. McGuire. Cheryl Renee Hill Horton. Catherine Patricia Meyer. Justin L. Joyner. Sherry E. L. Hood. Lisa A. Stanford. John Wesley Pipkin. Charla M. Walker. Jane Dumont McMillan. Esther Kayong Hai Kong. Jessica Renee Nance. Doria Vanetta Living. Margaret L. Minbiji. Megan M. Weston. Gina L. Sides. Lisa Kim Aieo. Heather A. Comier. Amanda Stutz Wright. Jolynn Ann Tripp. Scott A. Widener. Mary Louise Beck. Christine Lee Ladner. Karen C. Witt. Ashley N. Cochran. Tara D. Winston. Nancy L. Hall. Catherine E. Galliers. Kenan Shabazz. One more time. Afsana Faramorzi. Melissa R. Carter. Mary Ann Lunsford. Alicia R. Gozi. Linda K. Kramer. Sarah M. Payton Guardado. Amanda K. Lamb. Jennifer L. Sadlacek. Kadrin Elizabeth Audley. Kimberly Witt. Margaret L. Red. Stephanie L. Thomas. Shavinder K. Gurwal. Seema R. Sharma. Ashley L. Kiedler. Charmaine Johnson Wilson. Fanny E. Nabika. Ginny L. Beatty. These go first. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing practice in the Catherine McCauley School of Nursing please come forward? Lauren Elizabeth Bierman. Jihan Thoney. Tiffany Williamson. Christy Soki. Rachel R. Davis. Jennifer L. Johnson. LaShanta Wells. Marvin Ishmael Cohen. Alice Jackson. Heather Hamilton. Lori Freeman. Lourdes Mendoza. Patricia M. Duncan. Lakeisha McDaniel. Linda F. Lemon. Joanne Lewis. Lamini Ordith. Linda Pappalardo. Opal Williams White. James Roy Luckett. Eduardo M. Sanchez. Will all the candidates for degrees in the Walker College of Health Professions please receive our recognition?
I think while we wait for everyone to return to their seat, I think I've shook enough hands that I'm ready to announce my candidacy for Congress. Will all the candidates for degrees at Maryville University please rise? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of the faculty of Maryville University, I confer upon you the appropriate degrees as have been completed or will be completed, and invest in you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels to the left. You may be seated. You are now officially members of the Maryville University alumni, and all the alumni here assembled, obviously, we welcome you into that special group. The partnership between a university and alumni are very, very important. And as president, I want you to know that this university is here for you in the years to come, whether it's career services, advice, counseling, mentoring, support. We're here for you. The relationship does not end, it only deepens on this day. And on the other side, we welcome your counsel, your good efforts, your engagement and involvement with this university in the years to come. The students that follow you will certainly benefit from your involvement. And towards that end, I want to salute the class of 2017. Already, that class has made a class gift in excess of $10,000 to the university, and thank you very much for that. I also have a note here from the alumni office. Gifts are still being accepted at this hour, so keep that in mind. Before we adjourn, I also want to just take one more time to congratulate the remarkable work and effort of the graduates of the class of 2017. You represent areas from all over this country and all over the world, and the work that you've done has been not only outstanding, but it has been inspiring to the faculty, to the staff, and certainly to the Board of Trustees and myself. So on behalf of the university, one more time, for the class of 2017, congratulations. Before the recessional, you will hear the bell from the old Maryville College on the south side of St. Louis that is only rung at Convocation and Commencement. Two of our outstanding graduates, Taylor Deed and Chin Turner, have the honor of ringing the bell. Please remain in your place until the platform party and the faculty and graduates have recessed. Now please rise for the benediction.
German theologian Albert Schweitzer wrote, "Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful." As we conclude this celebration, we send you forth with the following blessings. May you be kind, treat others with care and respect, even when it is not given in return. May you be humble, be proud of your hard work and accomplishments, but never forget that none of us gets to the finish line on our own. May you be generous. Everything you have is a gift. Remember to share your gifts with others, especially those less fortunate. May you be happy. Go forth today and have a career that fulfills your passions and family and friends who fulfill your heart. Congratulations, Maryville graduates.